Good day everyone, you are welcome to GeoGGI Solution tutorial channel. In this video, I want to show you how to download 2025 Esri Sentinel 2 10-meter land use land cover dataset for free. And in this video, I will show you how to produce the land use land cover map of your study area in any GIS software. So to download the dataset, open your browser and search for Esri 10-meter land cover download. Then hit the enter key. This will open this page, and here is the first link, which is Esri land cover ArcGIS Living Atlas. Click on this very link to launch the site. So here is the site to download the data, and you can see Sentinel 2 10-meter land use land cover. If you scroll down, you can see that it ranged from 2017 to 2025, and it is a high resolution, open, accurate, comparable and timely land use maps, which is very critical for decision makers in many industries, sectors and developing nations. So you can take your time to read through the data sets. You can scroll down and read more about this data. And to download, just scroll down, come to this section called Explore the Change. Then you will see Launch the Land Cover Explorer application. Click on it. It will open another tab, and it will take just few seconds to load this page. This is the page where you'll be able to download the data. So once it loads, you can see it ranges from year 2017 to 2025. The 2025 dataset was recently released, and here is the key to the data. And to download it, just click on Download GeoTIFF. When you click on it, it will open this page, and it will take just few seconds to open the page properly. The dataset is very huge in size to download for the whole globe. It is about 60 gig, which is very big. However, it has been graded into smaller units, which make it easier to download. For example, to download for your study area, just palm to your study area. Let me demonstrate it. For example, I want to download for a location in Nigeria. So what I can do is to palm to Nigeria and zoom in a bit. Nigeria falls on about 6 grids, which make it easier to download each grid. So for example, let's assume I want to download for this very grid, a location on this grid, so which is Borno State in Nigeria. So if I want to download for that very location, I will have to zoom in to that very grid. Then to download for this location which fall on this grid, what I can do is to right click on this very grid where my study area falls. Once I right click, it will load or pump up all the years. I'm interested in 2025, so I'll click on 2025. Then the download will automatically start. So you can see the download is ongoing, and it is just about 144 MB for just one grid. Yes, the download is done. Now let me show you how to visualize this dataset in any GIS software and use it to produce your land use land cover map in any GIS software. So after downloading, here is the data. Now let me open it in ArcGIS. So let me launch ArcGIS, and to load the data, I will click on Add Data. Navigate to that folder, and here is it. I'll just click to select it and click on Add. Here is the dataset. Now I can bring in the shape file of my study area, and then from there I'll use it to extract my study area and prepare my land use land cover map of my area of interest. To do that, I'll click on Add Data again, Then I will navigate to where I have my shapefile. Here is my shapefile, which is Boronu LGAs. I'll select it and click on add. Yes, I have my LGA here. What I can do is to make it hollow, and then I can label it. Right click and label. So here is my study area. Let's assume I want to prepare land use land cover map for Damboa. So to do that, I will click on this select feature and then click here to select my study area. So what I can do is to use it to create a shapefile. So to make it easier, I can just right click here after selection and then come to data and come to export data. Then I will navigate to my working folder. So let me name it Damboa and click on save and click on OK. I'll click on yes to add it to the map. Then I can uncheck this. So here is my study area, which is Damboa. So to create my land use land cover for this very study area, so what I can do, let me change this to hollow. What I can do is to use this boundary or shapefile to extract land use land cover from this data. And to do that, come to Act Toolbox, come to Spatial Analysis Tool, come to Extraction, and then we are using the tool called Extract by Mask. Double click it. Then our input raster will be the raster we downloaded. Then our input feature mask data, click here and select our study area, which is Damboa. Then I will navigate to where I want to save it. Let me save it here as 2025 land use land cover. Then I'll put .tif and click on save. Then click on OK. This will extract the land use land cover of my study area from this data set. Yes, the extraction is successful, so I can uncheck this. Now if you look here, let me zoom to layer. Right click and zoom to layer. Then I can close this page. So the land use land cover has been given value. You can see 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 11. Now there is definition for this land use land cover. Let me show you. The Esri land use land cover class definition. 1, for example, represent water. 2 is tree. 4, flooded vegetation. And 5, crops. While 7 is built up. 8, bare ground. 11 is rangeland or grassland. So take note of that. Let's go back to our ArcGIS. Now what we can do is to open the attributes table, and we are going to attribute the appropriate land class for each value. So to do that, right click and open the attributes table. When it opens, we will need to create 2 more fields. To do that, come to table option and click on add field. So let's just call it class, and then the type is going to be text. So let's leave the length at 30 and click on OK. You can see a new field has been created. Then the second field we want to create is the field to calculate the area. To do that, come to table option again and click on add field. Let's name this area, and then the type is going to be double and click on OK. Now to attribute it, we have to put it in editing mode. To do that, just come to the layer, right click, come to edit feature, click on start editing. So it's now in editing mode. So to attribute the appropriate name for each class, let's go back to the land use land cover definition. Once is for water, so I can just copy it or type it manually. So let me copy it and then go back there. 1, which is this value, that is this value you are seeing here, 1. So I can right click and paste, that is water. 2 stand for trees. So 7 is built up areas. And then 11 is rangeland. So you can see that I've attributed all the classes. Now we want to calculate the area. I would love to calculate it in square kilometer. And the first thing we need to check in calculating area in raster format. So I'll come back to this layer, right click and click on properties. So when the properties open, you can see the cell size. The cell size is 10 meter. So I can note this down, or I can just copy and close this page. So to calculate the area in square kilometer, come back to this field called area. Right click and click on field calculator. Then area, which is this area, will be equal to open brackets cell count, this count, multiplied by the cell size, which is 10 meter I copied. Then multiply by 10 meter again, close the brackets, then divided by 1 million. So the area in square kilometer is equal to the cell count multiplied by cell size square divided by 1 million. Then click on OK. So this will run and calculate the area. So you can see the area in square kilometer for my land use land cover. So after I've calculated the area, I can close this page and then come to editor and stop editing. Click on yes to save the edits. So now it's time for me to style my land use land cover. And to do that, I'll right click this layer, come to properties. When it's open, come to symbology. Then click on unique value, and then the value or value field we want to use, I'll click on the drop down and select class. So you can see, then I can invert or reverse the sorting. So water body, I'll click on this symbol and give it appropriate color. Then trees, I can give it this color. And the bed soil, I can give it 40% gray. Then I'll click on OK. Yes, you can see my land use land cover for that very area. So now I can take it to layout and add all my map elements. To do that, I'll click on layout. So what I can do, I can change the orientation of the map. To do that, come to file, click on page and print setup. I want to change it to landscape and click on OK. Then I can use a template from here. I'll just click here and select landscape and click on finish. Yes, you can see my land use land cover. So what I can do, I can edit this legend and all other map elements I might want to add. But in essence, this is how to download 2025 Esri Sentinel 2 10 meter resolution land use land cover dataset for free and prepare the land use land cover map of your study area for free. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.